Now, important nature sites that protect our wildlife are themselves in need of protection from the effects of drought. It is the biggest threat such sites face, according to a network of local wildlife charities. Yes, pollution is a threat, so too non-native species of plants and animals, but investment to help nature adapt to a shortage of water is vital, the Wildlife Trust say.
Even though it's summer, after a heavy night of rain, these ponds in Herefordshire should be full.
So this is a very urgent issue. As you can see, it was very wet last night and currently it is very dry.
Conservationists say our nature reserves are under severe threat from all angles, but for the first time, drought has been identified as their biggest risk. Dry conditions cause more water to be drawn from rivers.
Here is how we sort of test for invertebrate life in the rivers.
In the Lug near Hereford, wildlife officers are testing the unusually low waters for evidence of a struggling ecosystem.
So we're trying to re-wet the land, so through different land management practices, so like introducing cattle and creating scrapes, ponds, wetlands. We're trying to keep the moisture on the land itself to try and reduce the risk of it drying up and then releasing carbon into the atmosphere.
A drought in the summer of 2022 led to widespread hosepipe bans, as well as damaging wildfires like this one in Suffolk. The UK's wildlife trusts are calling for more urgent action.
We'd like to see government placing much more emphasis on adapting to climate change. So we have a whole renewed programme of work on net zero and reducing emissions, but we're not seeing as much emphasis, certainly over the last 5 years, on adapting to the effects of climate change.
Driven to the brink of extinction, pine martens are now being caught on camera on the Welsh side of the Wye Valley after travelling over from the Forest of Dean.
We've set up a sort of camera trap grid system.
These elusive creatures appear to be thriving since being reintroduced, but heat stress can leave them unable to reproduce.
They play a really important role in sort of balancing our ecosystem, making sure that one species doesn't get abundant and start sort of damaging things. So we're adding another of our missing pieces to our ecosystems to ensure that the forest is as healthy and resilient as it can be in the face of all the challenges of climate change.
Despite their careful protection, the UK's nature reserves are vulnerable. Our meandering rivers, ancient woodlands and babbling brooks might look like they've been there forever, but conservationists say they need our help to survive. Rhys Williams, News at 10, the Wye Valley.